Hello, everyone, and welcome back. It is Sunday, April the 10th, I believe. Just past midnight, and I wanted to get this recorded for you because I've got another one I want to get out. And the title is, What Was the Reason Meghan and Harry Decided to Talk with Oprah and Then Attack the Royal Family? My disclaimer, I'm just going to read part of it. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976 is allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips in the balance of favor of fair use. When was Megxit actually announced? Well, it was on January the 8th of 2020. This was after Harry and Meghan were told to get away for like 6 weeks after what happened in Australia and their bad behavior. So then they went to Vancouver and stayed in the Russian oligarch's house that was put together by David Foster. And then something happened. And then immediately, within days, this took place. All right, so let me back up a little bit and go up and get started. So, going to go over a few other things very quickly. And this was Nicola Peltz is not happy. Harry and Meghan rumored to be a guest list at Brooklyn Beckham's wedding. Well, my next video is going to be on this, and I've got some things to share, so I'll let you know then. This was a picture that I found on Instagram, and it said, I don't know if this is true, it said the proof that Meghan's forehead implant right after childhood, there's something going on with her forehead, but I don't know what. It says she practically had a severed capillary area retraction. And I do see that the forehead looks very prominent. Look how the hair doesn't start to grow until way back. Yeah, that was kind of strange. I've never seen that before. And then you can see when Meghan's not wearing her wigs, look how far that hairline goes back. Because usually she's got extensions and a lace front wig, in my opinion, that comes all the way down the forehead and doesn't show that forehead going back that far. This is when in September when she was back in New York. What do we have next? Russell Myers says that Duchess of Sussex will accompany husband Prince Harry to the Invictus Games in Holland, which launches next Saturday, while the couple are followed by Netflix documentary team. Of course, she's not going to let him go on her own, and she's got to be with him. She's afraid to let him out of her sight. And, of course, she's a co-producer with him, so she wants to get those producer credits. But really the reason is she's not letting Harry go away, especially in a place where you're free to pay for nightlife and things that it's completely legal. So it said, get ready for lots of PDA and 50 outfit changes. And don't want to forget, love him or hate him, you won't want to miss Talk TV starting Monday, April the 25th on a brand new channel with Piers Morgan. Now, Mel Plus, I fear the Duchess of Martyrs podcast will be just another way to settle scores. So Jan Morrill says that she thinks that Meghan's podcast is going to be a way to get at the Queen and the royal family again. Well, if it's talking about archetypes, I don't see that is going to be the case. But you never know with her. If she can get a dig in, she will. Don't miss my last video that I said the truth about the Archewell trademark. I did lots of research, and I found out before anybody else put it out what the true story is behind that. So if you haven't seen it, please go back and take a look at it. You'll enjoy it. This is Queen Anne, the Princess Royale, who was arriving in Australia. And there's several events. I think she's supposed to be there for 3 days. Confidential, Richard Eden says that portrait of Prince Andrew is taken from the wall of Society Club in a furious row over a charity auction. So there was a picture of him that was hanging up in this club, and I guess they figured, they no longer want him, his portrait there. Eden Confidential also says one other sad outcome of Prince Harry's refusal to visit his homeland is that he hasn't seen his mentor and second father, Mr. Mark Dreyer, who's been in the hospital for more than 6 weeks. Former Army officer Dreyer underwent 14 hours of surgery last week. He's pictured here with his Texan wife Amanda on the right and close friend Natalie Pinkham on the left. He was allowed home from the hospital to celebrate his 55th birthday. Yeah, I thought he was supposed to be so close to this guy. He said he was like a very important mentor in his life and like a second father, but I don't guess he reached out to him at all to see how he was doing during this long stay. Dishes will be smashing at H&M's house. David and Victoria Beckham arrive in style at their son's going to be his in-laws, or is his in-laws as of now. He was married earlier this evening, and my next video will be about that. So there was a rehearsal dinner last night. It says Gordon Ramsay, Serena Williams, and Eva Longoria led the A-list guest list as they arrived for the rehearsal dinner last night, Friday night, on Brooklyn Beckham's and heiress Nicola Peltz. The couple will say I do at her family's, get this people, $103 million Palm Beach compound that is not far up the beach from where Jeffrey Epstein's used to be, but this is $103 million, and it is oceanfront, gorgeous property. My next video, I'll share that with you. And it just said the proud parents were seen getting out of a highly polished black Maserati MC20, followed by a black Cadillac. Gordon Ramsay, Serena Williams, Eva Longoria. Brooklyn's brother Cruz is also there and was spotted on a golf cart on the street outside the compound. Their son Brooklyn Beckham and his bride-to-be, Nicola Peltz, were set to wed in a traditional Jewish ceremony. I didn't realize the Beckhams were Jewish, or maybe it's just the Peltz. But anyway, Saturday at her family's compound. And it says Nicola, 27, is the daughter of businessman Nelson Peltz, who is 79. He's been married before, but he married a beautiful supermodel, and I think they have 3 kids together. And there's Eva, and there's Serena. Again, now this was Friday night. This isn't the day of the wedding when these pictures were taken. And Gordon Ramsay at the bottom. And it says, guess who is going to be the celebrity wedding this weekend? And I'd found this on Twitter, but it said Mandela Dayani, and they had listed that she was Archewell's president, but no, she's not. She is actually the COO, or the Chief Operating Officer for Meghan and Harry's Archewell. So I don't know where she was previously, but she is their Chief Operating Officer. And she was hired back on September of 2021. So she was able to attend. So I'm not sure who she knows or who this is with her. Maybe her date. Oh, and this was my friend's channel, Linda's Life blog, and I put this out on my community post if you want to go over and give her a watch and show her some love. And if anybody else has a channel or an Etsy shop you'd like me to promote, just email me the link at moonchild.teresa@gmail.com, or feel free to drop it in the comments section of this or my other videos. Maritza S. Rivera. She is a visual artist and American think tank political blogger, and she wrote this a while back. And now we're getting into the title of my video. Narcissist Meghan could never accept reality. Photo that triggered her meltdown. The photo was triggered. Meghan featured Queen Elizabeth, her first son, Prince Charles, Charles' first son, Prince William, and Prince William's first son, Prince George. Meghan Markle had a complete meltdown because she and Prince Harry were not in the picture. Unfortunately, she can't mind her own business and simply couldn't count her own blessings. The royal family has to be about her. So when they were still away in Vancouver and before they were going to go back in March or April to California, before the doors were closing and they couldn't get across, they say this is what tipped her over the edge. Because originally they were told to go away, take a break, and they said this is what they believed made her change her mind about ever going back. First of all, she knew if she went back, she was going to have to follow the rules. She had already had a lot of mistakes and got into a lot of trouble and really tarnished the image of the royal family when she went on that Australian tour. Now, this was the picture. You remember in the Queen's Christmas speech that was taken. So this is what happened. And this was dated January the 9th, 2020. And Megxit was done on the 8th. But this had already aired, and they had already seen it about, just under 2 weeks before, because it aired on Christmas Day. So see on the table, you see Queen Elizabeth, Her Majesty's father. We see in line to the throne, William, Catherine, and their beautiful children, George, Louis, and Charlotte. And then we see Charles and Camilla. And then we see the late Duke of Edinburgh. So this is what threw them over. She felt like that they should be in the picture. Plus the fact that when they had Mary Berry there, and remember when these four were there, and Prince George was kind of making I guess it was for the fruit cake, but he was really kind of stabbing at the bowl and all. But this did not go down well, and it made her mad because she thinks that anytime people are in the picture, that she should be included. But you don't see Camilla, you don't see Catherine. They're not there. You don't see William's other two children. These are the people that are in line to the throne, direct line. So the Sun said, it's no secret that Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have appeared unhappy in their royal roles for quite some time. But it appears the couple's shocked decision to quit the royal family was triggered by the Queen. According to the Times, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry felt excluded from the recent line of succession photo, which saw the Queen beaming alongside her heirs, Prince George, Prince William, and Prince Charles. How can she be upset? It wasn't other members of the family. She didn't have Princess Anne in there. She didn't have any of her other children in there. I just don't understand why she got so upset over this. But then again, she's a narcissist, and she's got to be the center of everything. And if she feels like that somebody is throwing a dig at her or disrespecting her, she's going to come out fighting. So I want to thank you for your support. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, I hope you'll give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, or even just an emoji in there. It helps with the algorithms. And please tell your friends about the channel. I want to wish you all love and blessings. And don't forget, I'm getting ready to make another video, and it's going to be on the wedding and whether or not Meghan and Harry were in attendance. I've got lots of photos that have just been released, and I'll be right back with those. So a special prayer for each of you. May you know that God is by your side, and may you feel his deep, tender love with your every moment of every day. And I thought this was just a lovely picture. I love birds and flowers, but I thought, you know, we sometimes need these things just to kind of get our day started right, and to know during difficult times that we're never alone, and that we always have someone that's by our side. And sometimes when you feel like things aren't going so well, you can lean on your faith, or at least I can, not pushing anybody else toward it. But I know it's a big comfort to me. So I'll be back very soon. Thank you for watching. Love to you all.